at the State House, day 2 of budget week, adding up to long hours of debate over how your money will be spent. Our Mike White has been following that discussion all day and joins us now at the State House. Mike, another marathon debate.
Yeah, Friendy, after starting up around 9 o'clock this morning, today's session is still going on in the House chamber. Now, some of the main topics on this year's budget includes infrastructure upgrades and taxes. However, debates today kind of went off course due to some heated discussions during today's session. Day 2 of the House's budget debate, less about the state's more than $15 billion spending plan and more about distractions at times.
Well, we're having a budgeting process and an election year. And so we know a lot of people are trying to get some clips, some sound bites, and so they're also trying to feed their base.
Several moments of tension in the House chamber on Tuesday, including upstate Republican Josiah Magnuson referencing the Bible when debating government funding for Clemson University.
I was trying to make a point about our priorities are not in order. We shouldn't be spending $2 million to promote sports marketing in South Carolina.
I've never read in the Bible anything talking about Clemson University. So, we have to really get to the issues and what's affecting the people of South Carolina.
In this year's budget, one of the biggest priorities is infrastructure. More than $500 million is going toward road and bridge improvements in the state.
There should not be a definite mark of indication when you cross state lines because of our roads. You know when you're in North Carolina, you know when you're in Georgia, and you definitely know when you're in South Carolina.
This year's budget plan contains more than $249 million in income and property tax cuts. Another major part is increasing the minimum teacher salary to more than $50,000.
South Carolina, for the last several years, we've had a bleeding or runoff of teachers, and we need to do our part to be competitive.
The leader of the Freedom Caucus has been critical of lawmakers for not cutting government spending. The Republican says if the state had been following a population plus inflation growth trajectory over the last decade, the budget could have been $2 billion less.
It's kind of been our fundamental problem is we don't want to grow the total budget any more than inflation plus population growth. We need to restrain that. We need to cut wasteful things.
I think we're not seeing them actually talk about the things that truly are core functions of government and, just their opinion on certain things. But I think we can work together.
Now, lawmakers are telling me that they're hopeful that they will be able to finish up the state budget soon, but they still have a lot of amendments to work through and they don't want to rush through it. Now, today's session will continue into tonight, and then tomorrow we'll start up again around 9 o'clock. Reporting in Columbia, Mike White. Watch Fox News Local First.